All right, hold up. All right. How was your day?
Man, it was all right, Had to go get tested for COVID and all that stuff, but
Uh, yeah, it is
waiting
what
on
it
the results to
is.
come back.
Say what?
Said waiting on the results to come back.
Oh, okay. Would you come into contact with somebody, or what happened, or is that
Nah,
just?
my job, I work at a school, they're making us do it.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
COVID cases.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I guess just trying to keep everybody safe. I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, man. Well, no, thanks for jumping on, bro. I just wanted to kind of go back to what we had talked about on Monday and just kind of really start the beginning and I like to kind of document my students, journey and kind of see where they came from and kind of what they got. So, um, first of all, just kind of tell me your name and then tell me, a little bit about your Forex trading journey before, doing, and after me or whatever, before and during me, and not just that, becoming us, but just kind of tell me how you even got into this field or whatever.
Okay. Gerald Norman. I've been trading probably since like 2017. Uh, Looked at a lot of YouTube videos, joined I can't think of any formal training I had before your training other than YouTube. Um, I tried to. I think I've tried like maybe three live accounts. I've blown them all, and so
Welcome to the
after
club.
huh?
I said, welcome to the club.
Right. So after blowing your own money, I tried to find some formal training, and so I got introduced to your company. And since I've been with your company, I've definitely had the most success. A lot of, I feel like a lot of things that are taught is too much, and I've had more success using less indicators and using the the EMAs,
Mhm.
and just measuring pullbacks is
Cool.
pretty much what I do as far as how to gauge the market instead of using like all these indicators. The what is that? The RSI,
Yeah.
the MACD, all those indicators that uh, they really. I mean, I guess they can work, but trying to get all them things to read the same results and then trying to, it could be a little bit too much. So I like the way that your program simplifies the process and just try to keep it simple
Cool. Cool. I appreciate that, man.
without all the extras. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to step on you. Yeah, I really, I took a long time to just get, and it's going to evolve because I've got, I'm always tweaking, kind of just how I say and what I do or whatever. So, I'm human, but I appreciate that because, it's validation for me because, one of the biggest challenges a lot of people don't really see from this side of the table is, that it takes a lot of courage to kind of step out there and put your stuff on the table. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like being naked in front of a classroom. I mean, it could fail. It could, you don't know what's going to happen. And so it's, for as much confidence as I've had and how much success that I've had as a trader, in the last 12 and a half years I've been trading, it's really cool to see people take what I've learned and what it took me years to figure out, you know what I'm saying? And years and a whole lot of money. Like I got an Ivy League. Hey, my whatever my bill is an Ivy League bill. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a six-figure bill that I
Mm-hmm.
paid, in lost money to get to this point, and so it's really cool to see people take what I've, kind of pulled out of my brain and try to put on paper and make mathematical and try to make it simple so that like no matter where you are on your journey, that you can pick this up and like add it, you know what I mean? And one of my best friends,
Right.
and he's gonna be doing a Zoom with me next week. We've been best friends since we were like since we were 6 years old. And he started trading options and stocks first, and then obviously because of our relationship, he plugged into Forex, and he had been messing around with it, and I think he had been fairly kind of backwards and forwards with it, and then he hit me up and grabbed the course about a week ago, and man, like well, actually about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago, and like his numbers, he's just hitting his numbers, like he started hitting them, and so it's really cool because for me now we can go and do the stuff that we want to, we can start putting ourselves on the path to do the things that we need to do for our lives and all that stuff, man. So like for me, it's really cool. I need y'all to win because it's like we got a lot we got a lot to do. There's a lot to be done. And I'm just even in the sense of living in the fullness of who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when the money is in the equation, when you can't have an option to add income without adding an employer, you never are ever out of that rat race. You know what I'm saying? And you can't ever really be fully who you are if you're being honest, because the corporate coma, always got their hand on your shoulder. It's like, hey, that you gotta act a certain way or be cool a certain way, because if you do it, you're at risk of losing all that you work for. And then, it's not easy to go and replace that, even if it's just for the stigma. People don't want to fool with you in certain industries, so it's so many things, so many layers to it, that like the reason why I do it, man, is because I want us to win. I need us to win. And so I'm grateful that you did it. I wanted to ask you, how long ago did you start with me? I didn't, because you kind of crept in under the radar for me.
Yeah, you froze up a little bit, but I might have started. What is this? November. Uh, I might have been maybe May or June. I want to say I've been maybe like 5 or 6 months.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, and that's what I tell people, if you give it really a good go, in about 6 months, you should be able to go live, and, I tell my students, as if you can double your account and use proper risk management, not trying to do one hitter quitters on it, and you can do that and double it, then you're ready to go. And you did that. So, you share with me some of that, like what pairs you trade, kind of what you saw, what you found like yourself kind of aligning with as far as, the strategy that worked for you.
Yeah. So if this milestone stick, let's see, let me get this out the way. All right. And so I started off with a $2,000 account. You see the profit is 25.18. So I'm at 45.18 right now. So what is that, like 125%?
Yeah, about that. Yep.
Yeah. So mainly I've been trading silver and gold. So you can see basically a lot of my trades focus on resistance and support levels. So like, for example, this first blue line I noticed was a resistance level for me, because it spread it from what? On this chart, on the 1 hour, it's like from November 3rd to the 10th. And so what I do is I start at the 1 hour and I trade to the daily. So, and then I put my stops up based on the 4 hour. So even here, it's kind of a resistance and support level. Even back to, what is this? Like
around October, like October 20th, something like that.
Yeah. So this kind of been like a resistance and support level, going back for a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go back to 1 hour, in one particular trade, I noticed that it was trending in between this channel here. And so basically we get to the top of the channel, dip a little bit, get to the top of the channel, dip a little bit, get to the top of the channel and dip a little bit. And so, I just kind of do a channel line. I knew that if it were to break out of this channel, then that would be a signal that it was going short, or it was going short because it broke out of this uptrend.
Right.
And so I was, I was patient for it to, break out this uptrend. And then I ended up taking a short. And I think I hit about $800 right here in this short. I know the exact price that I got in and out of this short, but I ended up hitting about $800. Then it went right back to that, kind of right back around that key.
That level.
Is it resistance right at the bottom?
Yeah. Support level.
Yeah, support at the bottom, resistance at the top. So it kind of came right back to the same round of support level here. And, as you can see, it's just kind of respecting this price around 23,
yeah,
800.
Yeah, right at
24, somewhere around there. Yep. So it's kind of respecting that support level. And so I think I actually bought it again on a short.
Okay.
Trying to get some pull back here.
Okay. That's good. So
Only
speak about that real quick, because I don't know how people trade, but I know that because some people don't necessarily understand like how trends can be different in different time frames. But you just mentioned that you just had a big hit on that sale, and then you're going in to get a little bit more on that pullback from what I see right there. So like, how have you been able to trade both ways on this, or like, do you generally find yourself trading with a bigger trend, or like what kind of you form, what works for you the best?
Normally, like I said, I start at the 1 hour and then go to the daily. And then I try to put my take profit and stop loss on the 4 hour.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
again, like I go to the daily. Right now, I mean, it's in a pulling back from short. It's definitely a short, but it's in a kind of in an uptrend slightly. And so I just go back to the 1 hour, and just look for those key resistance and support levels.
Okay.
That's basically what I do.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. And I mean, the reason I asked
That
that
makes
is
sense.
because I think really, whatever style you take in, whatever, I believe firmly that most traders, if they traded on higher time frames, they will make a whole lot more money on a whole lot less trades.
Mm.
Um, but I love that you showing how you can really just, because you have an understanding of what you see on the charts and in the markets, you can make certain decisions and you can make it with confidence. You know what I mean? And I think that, and you tell me if it's different for you, but in my opinion, the biggest part about having a way to systematically create profits for yourself, a method that works or a method that kind of gives you insight, is really giving you the confidence to do what it is you want to do. You know what I mean? As opposed to like you try something, you don't know if it's throwing you off or whatever. Speak to me. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely, like I said, everybody has their own system. Some people trade, I guess, between the 15-minute and 1 hour. I'm finding, I know that you start from the monthly, and then you go back to the weekly, and depending on the overall trend, I think you have more patience than me. And I think that correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you stay in the trades maybe like a week or so, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I had one I got out of. I didn't want it to be 2 months, but it turned into 2 months because of the election.
Right.
But it was a nice trade. I had like 3 positions on. I think it was like up,
Yeah.
it was real
Yeah.
nice.
I
Yeah,
don't.
so that's
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that level.
Hey, it's a journey, bro. Trust me, I didn't start there, man.
Yeah.
But what I learned is
Yeah.
wealth is patient. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn. I had to learn how to grow into that. Because poverty is impatient, wealth is patient. So I really try to operate in that, man. And I really try to, honestly, Gerald, the reason I do that with the signals that I send out to you guys is because, first of all, those are the best setups, and secondly, like you say, I trust the process enough to let it play out for 2 or 3 weeks and be cool with that. Even if it's in profit, because a lot of times I'll be in net and profit, and people like, I get on a mentoring call or something, and they be like, so why you, I know that they don't say it, but they're like, you got like, $10,000 positive. Why don't you just close out? Because it's like, for me, it's about following the process, you know what I'm saying? And the money always comes behind that.
Right.
So I've learned that for me, but to your point, it can work anyway. And you gotta, like you say, I mean, it takes time to build up to that. But hey, man, when you're trying to build and you're trying to get that money to where you can replace your job, hey, it's cool to get in and get out, because, even the signals I give, you can get,
Right.
30, 40 pips out of it, even if it's a 200 pip, or 800 pip, if I'm being honest, probably a 300 or 400 pip, trade. You can still eat off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more so like I want to be in it no longer than 2 days. I know you have the rule of I think if it's a 4 hour, you multiply that times 8.
Yeah.
So I know it's like 32 hours. Then you can add additional half a day.
4. Yeah, additional 4. Yeah, depending on whatever time frame.
Additional 4 hours. So yeah, and so I like that. What is that, like almost 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I trade no longer than like maybe 2 days.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect sweet spot. You know what I mean? Because you can kind of assess. You can get in, get off the bus, and relax. Or whatever. Get your money, keep it moving, and that's why. I mean, tell me. I don't know how you're planning to go forward now that you're ready to go live with with everything. But you know, having a weekly goal is a really big deal. You know, I want to kind of offer you some nuggets, you know, in exchange for your success. I think we talked about this earlier in the week, but definitely have a weekly goal, like from a percentage standpoint, you know, not necessarily a dollar amount, because the dollar amount will make you do things that you don't need to be doing, but have a percentage every week. And maybe even as you get closer to that goal, let's say you got a goal of making 5% a week or whatever, and you get to 4% in day one. Maybe you want to draw your risk back to where you only need to make 1% in the next trade, and then you're there. And then, you know, if you got a whole bunch of trades that are showing up, what I recommend is, you know, have your demo account that you can take those trades in. And so that way you can keep practicing. You can, you know, you can kind of get that, you can itch that scratch. Because if we're honest, I mean, trading does have a little bit of like, it has a little Vegas in it. You know what I'm saying? And so you can still take those trades but they won't hurt your bank account. You know what I mean? And so that's what I want to offer to you, man, as a gift to, you know, maybe try to, you know, keep the momentum that you got.
Right. This trade here, so like looking at this, trying to see if I get this, would it let me draw on her since the market's closed?
Yeah, you should be able to play with it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, well, because this is your it's not live, but it's still your screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to draw. No, I'm trying to draw a rectangle. And
oh, okay. Yeah, it should let
so,
you do. There you
all
go.
right. So yeah, so if I'm looking at this, like I look at this as a resistance level, correct, at the top.
Right.
So they had this major dip right here, and to me, this is like looks like a W to me. All right, so I'm thinking pull back up and maybe go back long, but I'm seeing this area right here as a resistance level, and so I saw it as an opportunity to make some money on the pullback.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, it dipped here, it came to this point again, and it dipped here, and so. You know, I took it as I was just kind of course, it's, you know, I wasn't, I guess I kind of just saw that I saw this big spike here on this green, and usually that's indicator of what is a change directions.
Yeah.
A reversal. If you have a big long wick at the end, could be a signal of reversal.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. I will say that there's interest in that area. Like we don't, but it's not enough agreement in price to solidify that. Yeah.
Right.
Probably more of a fake out than anything, in my opinion.
Yeah. But like I said, I got my stop loss like right above here.
Okay.
And so it's at least a 1-to-1, probably a 1.5. And so if I lose the money, I won't lose that much money. And it might pull. I'm thinking it's gonna pull back a little bit before it goes back, because it's going into an uptrend right here. For this big long wick right here, so I can see it going into an uptrend.
Yeah, but I think you may be right. You know, we'll look at that. Let's check that out, and maybe when the market opens up on Monday, hopefully it'll be moving well enough for Monday Day School that we can look at that and talk about that on Monday. Because I think you might be onto something actually, because looking at it, the 4-hour, that big drop is still a legitimate short trade. You know, it looked like it's faking people to think it's an uptrend, but I think you're right there. I think it's may form out an M right there and pull back and continue short. I will watch that maybe on the 1 hour or something like that and see if it gave you another sell trade, or you're in it for a sell, which I think is the right way to.
Yeah, I'm in it for a short.
Yeah, I think that's you making the right move on that one for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. I'm thinking if anything, it's gonna pull back. If it get to this,
at least to that, because that's a support level in itself where your take profit is.
Yeah. So exactly. So if it doesn't pull all the way there, it should at least pull halfway there, and I'll get some profit out of it.
Yeah, that's what's up. How much time a week or a day? Let's say a day, because that's probably more appropriate, because everything should be in an atomic level. So like, how much time a day do you spend like studying or looking at charts or trading or whatever? Like anything?
I look at charts every day. I don't study as much as I need to, so I study like an hour a week.
Okay.
And then, but a lot of it is, I think I've gotten better just practicing. Just you're getting more comfortable with how the market moves.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest thing is recognizing support and resistance level. Just looking back and saying, okay, this is a like I said, big previous support level, and EMAs. Those are the biggest things that I look at.
Yeah.
And you see all my charts except for this one because I just pulled this one. But all my charts have the EMAs and the ATR to show volatility.
Yeah.
And then and just looking at those support and resistance levels. So
that's good. That's good.
My goal is I do need to start looking at the trades more. I want to start my struggle. I want to start recognizing patterns like the butterfly pattern.
Yeah.
What are the bat pattern?
Yeah.
The crab pattern. So those different patterns. I don't know if that's something. I don't think that's something that you cover because to me, I've had. It's hard for me to identify those.
Yeah.
That might be too advanced. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, I've seen that, and you can draw that on the chart and it'll show up. What I found is a lot of times the W or the M is a part of that pattern. You know what I'm saying? And so it is about taking that and seeing the bigger picture of what you're trying to get to with that bat or the inverted bat or whatever you call it, the patterns that look like the same. And as you start to study that, you'll start to see the basic stuff. It's kind of like math. Once you get the fundamentals down, all that advanced stuff is actually easy because all it is just it's a derivative of the original. You know what I'm saying? So I think once you do that, it's going to really elevate your trading. And even with bearish and bullish engulfing candles, because I know I don't really speak to that per se in the training. I think those candlestick patterns and things that people say work, it's not about them not working. It's about understanding the context in which they form so that you can make the right move. Because, a candlestick and a pattern by itself don't mean nothing if you don't have context, And so as you advance and as you move on and start to study other patterns and try to recognize moves a little bit faster and earlier, just remember that it's all based on the same basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? So don't keep it simple, keep it sweet and simple. You know what I'm saying? And you'll make all the money you want to make. So, but yeah, that's a good way to keep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you keep breaking up.
Okay, yeah, it went out. Somebody was trying to dial in. So anyway, like I was saying, I'm gonna let you go, brother. But yeah, man, as you advance it, just keep it simple though. If it ever gets crucial, I'm here. I mean, I know you're still in it. So I mean, like you graduate and you go away, but I'm just saying, sometimes as students see success, I hear from them less, you know what I'm saying? So
right,
and that's cool. And I mean, because that's the goal. I want to graduate you to the point to where we check in maybe, but I ain't gotta, you ain't gotta see you every week. But with that being said, sometimes you got to just, like you say, remember the fundamentals. Even as you advance, you're learning along this path and this journey and all these things you learn, man. I'm telling you, it's really so simple. And it's the same old two-step. Like, it's for real, the same old two-step. Like, I mean, we can take this and we can trade stocks. We can trade, anything that you can create take math and create a chart pattern from, we can trade it. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than just Forex. So which is really cool though. But this is the easiest way to learn and make money, in my opinion. So
that's what I'm noticing, man. The pattern repeats itself.
Yep.
Those resistance levels, support levels, they repeat, and if you can recognize them, and you can manipulate them.
Yep. Exactly, man. It was something. I'm gonna let you go after this, but it was. I remember it was some years ago. It was, several years ago. I remember. I don't know why I did it, but I went and looked, and I looked at probably some major pair, and I went back in time, and when I tell you, Gerald, it was like literally the market was just basically moving sideways. You know what I'm saying? Like over time, all the market does is move sideways between this band of numbers. And it's like you get all this money out of literally the same band of numbers that's been going on for years and years and years. It was the craziest. I was like, man, this is like the casino. You know what I'm saying? They doing the same old thing and getting people, but
right.
Yeah. But anyway, man, I know you say you're going live. So I want to just congratulate you, and I want to, have you on, and I appreciate you really, just kind of sharing and opening up, with me and with people who always want to know kind of behind the curtain and not hear from me, because they think I'm just going to tell the good stuff. But
right.
I appreciate you just kind of sharing and letting people know, what about your journey, man. And congratulations on your success and doubling your account. And hey, man, let's get this money.
Yeah, man, I'm staying. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right, brother. Well, hey, have a great weekend. I'll catch you later.
All right, now.
All right, brother.
All right.